Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
Again, I'm still here on the project, building capacity around my mouth, but I got something to back it up. What do you think? Let's discuss it.
Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
Mon temps d'hier, t'as mon moyen, on s'en va bien pour moi, il Abela lokeyo. Kagbo swaju lo. Hey. Awaye. Ati oro a. Ìyàwó Abela lokeyo. Níbi tó jọba yìí. Níbi tó yànba. Máa ti sì mọ̀ pé yóò. Mọ́lájà jíjí. Wọ́n pe ìṣàmẹ́ fọ́ sí o. Títí kọ́lẹ́. Animateur Choco Nostra Yasin de Toyebi. L'homme a tout fait pour Mivito. Aniché les deux.
Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
Good evening, folks. Samson to Liberian Public Radio. I want to thank all of you again for tuning in. Liberian Public Radio, we will be here every day. Thanks to all of the panelists, including Mr. Soul, for their effort. We will continue to be here and do what we can to make sure that our people get the information they deserve. Safety. Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again this evening for bringing us here together. Because of you, Lord, we're here, and we want to thank you. Because of you, that everything we do is going right, because you're in our lives. Those of us that believe in you and believe that you have the ability to do everything that you want to do, and you're doing right, we want to thank you. We want to thank you in this public manner, because you are not a failure. And because we follow you, success follow us because of you. Thank you. Thank you, my Lord. Thank you for everything. Thank you. Thank you for the people of Liberia. Thank you for the country of Liberia. Thank you for the leadership of Liberia. My Lord, only you. Without you, we will be nowhere. Nobody gonna fool themselves. Say, I stand by myself. If you don't believe, you stand on nothing. If you believe, you stand on solid ground. Because my God that I know, his foundation never welter. His foundation never falter. His foundation, no cracks in it. You get on his foundation and you stand on solid ground. And I want to say it again tonight. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you very much for everything that you have done and continue to do for us. We ask, my Lord, that we be protected at all times. We ask, my Lord, that we place the Republic of Liberia in your hand, because your hand does not leak. You hold everyone together. Look at this earth in your hands. And now one day, have we heard the snow from the North Pole go through to the South Pole because of you. Thank you. My Lord, we ask that you bless the host country, the United States of America. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay, folks. Again, thanks for joining us. I have a few more Tabata. I hope the panelists will join me here tonight. But if not, I have the mouth. I have a big mouth. I can run it. But on a very serious note, in 4 days or so, a new government going to be sitting in. And up to this point, we're yet to hear who's going to be on board with Ambassador Bakar to help implement his developmental agenda. I don't know why it's being secret. Maybe this government, that's how they do it. I don't know. I've never been president before. No, let me not say that. Where was I president? My son just voted me out of my presidency here the other day. So I've never been president before. But on a very serious note, 4 days, we're yet to know who the key players will be. That's okay. If they can do it in 4 days and still be able to stand out and manage it, that's fine. What we've been reading lately in the newspaper from back home and on social media, it's not encouraging, my brothers and sisters. Because the fact that we're hearing that even the inaugural money is going up and down. Why is that? I don't know. But that's not my main concern here tonight, because inaugural money, even if they have the inaugural, they didn't have it. As soon as President Waka put his hand on, gets so on the Bible, and he gave him the oath of office, he's president, nothing else. Whether inaugural ball, no inaugural ball, that doesn't matter. But what is frightening as far as I'm concerned, is the idea of the country is not stable, not security-wise, but in terms of economic stability, it's not there. It doesn't seem to be. People are saying that if Liberians were to see what other people are seeing in this outgoing government, people will put our hair on our head and say, hey, my people. But are we surprised? Are we surprised? No, we're not. Because Samuel 12 used to do this. Now you see it, now you don't. Now you see it, now you don't. When he ready to talk about the economic issue, he just talk all book. Blah, 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 nothing. Sometimes he come out and tell us, say, benevolent dictator. Sometimes he come out and tell us, say, we got surplus, and they got nothing. Nothing. So here's the thing here. I want you to take into consideration here tonight. From Front Page Africa, okay? As soon as he says something, they don't like, they start cussing you right away. So, but who cares? You can insult me as much as you want. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I know who I am. You are an old fool. Congratulations. You coming to watch old fool. Then you must say, who the fool now? You, what's, I don't even know how to name it or something. You're coming to watch an old fool. Then you must say, who the old fool? Me or you? I was going to say, let me block you, but I want you to stay so you will hear more from the old fool. But let's go on. So, folks, I will read a little bit of some of the things that these people, okay. Let me see here. Let me see. Something else is going on as well. But let me go on. So the issue here is this. What do we have in the country? What exactly do we have this incoming government going to be taking into consideration? Let's go ahead. Let me read. And some of the important things we need to make sure that our brothers and this, what I'm saying here to many of you Liberian diaspora, start saving money because you still got relative back home and you truly do care for relatives back home. This outgoing government, because of their corrupt behavior, we might be in trouble, serious one. So this is not time to say, oh, Ambassador President Baka will take care of it, the international. No, we have, you know what you're going to have to do? Do like what we used to do during the war days. Not so much of supporting people to fight war, but let's be prepared. Because they're saying gasoline, if you don't have enough and the people run out, you have problem. You have problem. The monetary borrowing fund, whatever they call it, it's not enough. And if you don't have enough, you have shortage in that country, you have serious problem. And these things snowball. They go down the hill. So if this government is so crooked that they are not able to leave certain amount and they're going to steal and run away with it, we Liberian diaspora must be prepared. Because yes, they think you can say, oh, but we told the people not to elect the different government. They anyway let them feel it. No, they are your brothers and sisters. And I know you, Liberian diaspora. You don't have within you. It is not in you to be mean to your brothers and sisters. So let's prepare ourselves. Let's prepare ourselves. Those of us that have relatives, and I believe all of us still have relatives back home. Let's prepare ourselves because this incoming government might not be able to carry it on. They might not even have fund to make payments, pay salary to the workers. They might not be able to have enough money in the reserve to be able to go around so that people will go and buy scratch car and what have you. Let us be prepared. Let us be prepared because this might seriously have some serious implications. There's no question. What we want to do is to advise our brothers and sisters to say, I'm here. I'm not here as a rich person, but you know, when time was good, I still say you 5 cents, 6 cents. Don't get in the street. Don't start trouble. Don't do anything that we ourselves will be embarrassed about. Most of the place, the hospital, they don't have enough medication. The medicine they have, before you go see people in the hospital for doctors, you got to pay money. They don't have the money. They don't have the medicine, enough medicine to go around. So those of us that are here, I'm saying it, and I'm very serious. Let's prepare ourselves. After the inaugural program, you will hear that Ambassador Bakari and his people will tell us that things are not as good as we thought it would be. It is really, really bad. Really bad. So, what is it? What are we going to do? Are we going to say, okay, well, we told the people not to elect CDC, they didn't listen to us. So we're not going to do that. And even if you say that, you don't mean it. It's just 1 or 2 phone calls, and you're back to your normal cell looking for sandwich. So you know you're going to look for sandwich. You know you're going to look for MoneyGram. You know you're going to look for Western Union. So prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. If you are just like me, we ain't got fast on. I say I don't got fast on. But you're just like me, prepare yourself because we will have to send money back home. Those of us that got our older than back home, they can't move. We must be prepared. Don't stop Friday night, start partying. Forget party right now. Let this incoming government on a good footing. When we see them, yes, they're able to support the governmental affair of the country, then we can relax. But I'm warning all of us, let us don't relax. The kind of story that people have been talking to from home, people who are involved in these transition, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. So let us, as Liberian diaspora, prepare ourselves. We don't have to wait for Ambassador Baka to give us the go-ahead. Whoever you can support back home. I'm not saying start piling money there now. No. Don't let people call you, he has something to show. He said, we're broke here, we're suffering. No. When you're ready, you will see it. You will yay. It ain't how to come from me. Let me go on to read something here. They say that there are only 81 days of gasoline left in the entire country, a population of 5-point-something million. 81 days worth of gasoline. 81 days worth of gasoline left, they said. Medication in JF, other places, not enough. And the little one they have, they want you to pay before they take care of you. They want you to pay before they take care of you. So those unfortunate brothers and sisters that might get themselves involved into unfortunate things and things like that, they're going to require medical attention. Let's pray for them. Let's pray for them. The international community, I've been saying it here from day one. They're not going to give you money because you think they think you need the money. They will only give you the minimum. They're not going to give you maximum. And so now, because this government, this Samuel 20 people are borrowed so much from the international community on our behalf, of course. But where's the money? Nothing. Okay? So the issue is, I'm saying the Liberian community, the Liberian diaspora, I'm just saying to you, let's prepare ourselves. We have done it before. We can still, and we'll continue to do it anyway. What are bad days or good days? We do it anyway. We send money home. Millions. We send money home. So, but this time around, it's a very serious business. If the government, the incoming government, is unable to make payroll, is unable to buy food for people to import food that people can eat in Liberia, then we, the Liberian diaspora, must be ready to step in. Now, I'm not saying we're going to do it as a community and send community money. No, I'm just telling you to be prepared. If you have relatives back home, prepare them and be able to send rice. Because from what we're hearing, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. If you don't have reserve to carry you for that long, you have problems. The country of 5-point-something million, and you have 81 days gasoline left. So, before, yes, like I told you, it snowballs. So in order for you to feel that, for the government to bring in some more gasoline, petroleum, they will have to pay or borrow. So if you go borrow, and the person say, oh, let's open it, and then look, you owe 10 months, 12 months, 2 years, you haven't paid 5 cents. And you want them to get in something again? They say, no, pay off first. That's more. So the importers, now here's the thing about this foreign importing business. The importers in Liberia, most of them are foreigners. You think they care for you? They care for you. They want money to take the money back to their country. This is why we want Liberians to be involved and be in charge of the importing business. The rice importing business. People say, Stanton want to take the rice importing. He should. Because when time like this, when there are difficult times like this, the Liberian who is the main person, the importer of rice, you already have a warehouse full. So you can go to him and borrow. But you go borrow to from Lebanese man, they got a list. Say the other people borrow, you ain't pay you, can't pay it. No. Even if the government try to negotiate, they won't cut corners. So I'm just saying to you, we, the Liberian people, the Liberian diaspora, must be ready. There's no two-way street around it. Okay? So let's go on. Let's go on. My reading light and not doing good for me yet. But I got it. I got it under control. You think I hear to come fool around? I beg you. This is just something. But these are things that really help Liberia. Oh, here we go. Okay. These are things that help us a lot. Because when you see these kinds of stuff, okay, all this versus reality. Okay. Look at this. Ironically, JFK, the National Drug Service, and Ministry of Health all bring in drugs into the country. With A&D ordering the drugs they're bringing in, some of them. You see, this is how crooky these people were. They were bringing the drugs on behalf of the country, but when the drug get to them, they sell it to their own pharmacy as their own property. How wicked can you be? How wicked can you be? So that's another thing. So what are you going to do? Seize these people's property? The law will not allow you to do that. Okay. So you go on with many items. I just don't want to read all of those things because I don't want to sound alarming and frightening people here. That's not it. That's not my intent. My intent here tonight is for me to say to many of you that are watching me that let us be ready. That indeed we will need help from us. Help would have to come from us. We have to help the incoming government. But here's the thing here. Let me put this together. I'm not going to read anymore. Here's what I think needs to happen at the same time. The incoming government must also be willing to help us help them. What do I mean? You say, but Samson, you're talking riddles. Well, no, I'm not. Okay, folks, just bear with me. Bear with me.
Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
Folks, sorry about that short interruption here. We're trying to get a few things going. But as I was saying, this incoming government must be willing to help us help them. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? This incoming government have to have the clear understanding for all of us that yes, indeed, we, the Liberian diaspora, have the ability to help them. And that they will make sure that our help really be accepted. There's no question asked. But let's go on. Let's go on. So how are they going to help? How are they going to do this here? Okay. You're gonna laugh. You're thinking funny. I'm serious. This is a very serious business. So how's this government gonna help us for us to help them? First thing they need to do, as soon as they take office, they're gonna explain to the people exactly what they're meeting in the office. What including every papers, what is gonna hurt people, what is gonna make people laugh, what is gonna make you have to be truthful. You have to be truthful. Tell us exactly what is happening so that Liberians will be aware of what they're getting into. Liberian will say, oh my God, this is what it is. This is a very serious business. So that if you do that, not only are you now being transparent, but that the Liberians that are going to be sending their money home will have trust in you that their money they're sending, you're not going to do like the other people when they send money to a money grant, they then take your cut. Because you already told us that you're in a hole. So you need help from the Liberian community. You need help from the Liberian diaspora. So by you coming to us, not necessarily asking us, but when you come out and say, this is what I have, this is what is left. These people keep into office, this is what is left. And now, this is what I have to work with. But we will do auditing. The auditing part, how much came in, what that one that later. But right now, the incoming government must be tell Kolo, their arm will be open. Say, Liberian people, we came in. We're in a hole. How much you in a hole? Tell us. The paperwork of those things then later will happen. We got John Monu over there. We're not scared. He will do a work. He will tell us who was stealing. He will tell us. He will tell us. So those people know. People like Amar Conan that I used to work for finance ministry. He was minister of, what to push it, So that information will come. But right now, I'm saying the incoming government, as soon as they take office, they must tell us. In fact, I will go as far as to say the president must have not the inaugural address. During the inaugural address part, the grass are green in Liberia. No rain happening in Liberia. Sun 24 hours a day, 12 months a year. No rain. You can make it as rosy as you want. I don't care. Everything in Liberia, cold water every day. People don't suffer. The streets are all clean. The city of Monterey is very clean. I don't care what you say. The inaugural day, immediately after the inaugural day, come and talk to us. Tell us what exactly you have in the coffer. Can you make it? Can you make it? Or are you going to tell the Liberians all over the world, help us? Because this is what we have. And those of you that have financial background, what have you know? This country cannot operate with this kinds of amount of money and expect us to make the old people, this outgoing government, the old contractors, real contractors. I'm talking about the flagage contractor, then flabber knife contractor. Then I'm talking about that. People who say they got company, they don't even know that. They don't even know what a savage value, a savage value of a pickup truck that they're using. They don't even know that, and they call themselves contractor. So I'm not counting them. Those flagage contractor, there, I don't have time for that. But the government are going. Not only do they owe international partners, not only do they owe international contractors, they owe Liberians millions of dollars. So it's a government. President, we are people, they ain't all the people on their own. They're in the name of the Liberian people, my name. They carry my name, Samson told say. So when the new government come in, Samson told, and the Liberian people are going to be responsible. He's our president. So now he's going to have to make sure who they owe and pay. if this government, this incoming government, if they want the economy to go good, start paying the Liberian contractors. And make sure before you pay them that they do the job, not fly by night. I told you already, there are some contractors that don't know what a service value is. First thing, ask them question. Oh, you got a contract here. Oh, what you got equipment here. Okay, what is the most equipment that is used? Oh, I use backhoe. Oh, you use backhoe. What is the service? How old is the backhoe? Oh, it's about 10 years. What is the service value on this backhoe you have? You don't know, but you're not a good contractor. Then you say, okay, I'll pay you later. The people who are really contractor, they have another guy. All he does, those windows, and he contract with the government. They owe him millions of dollars. I know plenty. Okay? So in order for this government to do good with the economy, first, pay, before you pay any foreigner, pay the Liberian contractors that you owe. Pay them first. Yeah, the reason I'm saying that I don't hate foreigner. I don't hate foreigner. No, I don't hate them. I don't hate them. I say I'm foreigner here, so I don't hate foreigner. But here's the point that I'm making on a very serious note. The foreigner, if you pay them, they will take the money and go to Lebanon. They will take the money and go to Japan. They will take the money and go to Korea. But when you pay Liberian contractor, they will spend the money in Liberia, which then go back. Will be circling right there in the country. Most they might do is to take the money to go buy goods outside of Liberia, maybe Guinea or Nigeria. And that goods come back to Liberia and they will sell it because of what you have paid them. Do you understand that? There are some people in Liberia right now that cannot afford to buy school uniform, that cannot afford to pay school fee. I'm one of them. I pay school fee in Liberia. Okay? But when you pay these contractors, they will pay their employees, and their employees will go and pay these schools. And these schools, if they have enough money, they will have teachers. They will hire good teachers to teach your kids. And these people kids will not depend on you, because those of you that are working, you already send all your kids overseas. So they will come next year, 2 years, 5 years, 50 years, they will come and they will be over the people that they current that are going to Flakaje school. What kind of wickedness is that? You take the money and you send your children abroad for school. Why these people children are in Monrovia struggling, walking in the mud? Some of them, they don't want to go to school again. Then when your children come back, then they sit on top of the head of these people. It will just be repeating over and over and over and over. Why? Why is that? Because you have the opportunity to go to LU. Give the same person the same opportunity. Because you have friends in the government that can employ you. The employment they gave you doesn't even fit you, because you don't have the ability to work. The true people that have the ability to work, they're walking in the street of Monrovia. Their shoe heels all fail away. But because of corrupt behavior. So I'm saying for this government, in order for you to do good, you must and you have to pay the Liberian contractor that you owe. Whoever you owe in Liberia, pay them first. Let's go on. They have another issue, water issue in Liberia. When ready to ring a pause. Water, they're getting ready to have some serious water shortage business in Monrovia. And forget Monrovia, up in the countryside as well. Climate change, let's set that aside. But those things we bring them on ourselves. In the interior, they don't even clean the waterway. They play, I used to take by a creek. The creek I used to take by, I went there the last time. So no water. Little piece here, a little piece here. They don't even clean the waterway. How you think the water will keep flowing? When the wind blows, all the tree falls into the water. They block it. And then it becomes like a pond. The sun beat it, evaporate. It's not flowing. The people downstream, they're not getting it. They will learn. Our people will learn. But when you say these things, the things, hey, plenty of boy in land. Why you coming to come bring your water? I can drink water anytime. Okay. They play you water you got from underground. You think it will stay there forever? How you get there? You did the water, God just had the faucet open for the water to go on. You're taking it out. And here's the thing. The water you're taking from underground, all the wells, water comes from underground. It comes from somewhere. Are you putting anything by? I don't think so. I don't think so. Conservation should be the next conversation, but we're not even there yet. We're not there yet. So I'm just saying here tonight that this incoming government, in 4 days, President Bagai, let me dance a little bit and piss him off. President Bagai, the man says, President Bagai, welcome to you. President Bagai, welcome to, yes. We will be rescued, fully rescued. However, while we're singing and dancing, our eyeball open. President Bakai and people, you start anything that is not in the interest of our people. We'll be dancing here and we'll say it. Oh, where I got. My name, Samson Brown Toll. So what you need to do, go to somewhere where is, well, I'm not gonna, okay, forget it. I'm ready yet. So let's move on. Let's move on to another subject matter. Okay. So let me go to the other subject matter. Okay. Let's go back to President Weah and his statement, I believe was last week, when everybody's speculating that he might not seek he might not seek 2029. So here is what I'm going to say on that. With CDC, sedition. I think one of the sedition are called me fool earlier. They come back now. You better get ready now to call me real fool now, because I'd rather tell them how they're going to put their foot in your mouth. I think you better come back now and call me a big fool at this time. Now, no, they say what you need to say. Oh, and big fool. Don't just say oh fool. Okay. So, CDC. You see, sometimes when I open my mouth on this platform and then it comes to pass, I can be amazed. And like that. Wow, Samson told. I wonder, do I have the gift to see what's coming next? When they started here, I went to Liberia. I was in Liberia 2018. I was there during the inaugural program. And all along, during the 2017 campaign, one of the outspoken person was Jefferson Kochi. But for me, the way things, the language, the verbiage that comes out of his mouth made me to feel, first of all, I don't even want to be bothered with that. Because how you take all agite, 2, 4, 4, 5 agite, put them together and make it one word, blah, because it's sour. So I was on this platform. I said, Jefferson Kochi, there will come time. You have tasted politics. You're not going to, it's in you. There will come time that you will want to participate. But if you're not ready, if you're not prepared, they like your Costa, they will eat your lunch. I ain't even feeling my mouth. President Weah saying he might not come by 2029. Okay. Think about it. Seriously, if Jefferson Kochi have not put himself in a mayoral stuff business and have asked President Weah, I'm young, send me to school. And Jefferson Kochi make a way to Kennedy School of Economics or whatever here in Boston, something like that. By this time, Jefferson Kochi will be out of college with master's degree. So Jefferson Kochi right now, if you with all of the you were going on in CDC, if Jefferson Kochi had gotten back to Monterey, with all his connection, because the young people love him. So now he will have been looked up to. Not only is he educated, but he will be the next popular person in CDC. He doesn't have that. Jefferson Kuchi can't fool me. Is it a Cara Grace that CDC would look up to and say, this is our next phase of CDC? I don't think so. I don't think so. Because Akara Grace has a record. He was defeated, by the way, but he has a record, a poor record in terms of dealing with folks back home. And so they will not forgive him either. Okay, what do we go next? Monuba Molo. Okay, Monuba Molo, I believe he used to be a preacher, and so he can shoot straight, fine. But he has the issue with liquor talk. So should CDC now have trust in Monuba Molo and say this is our face of CDC? What if he start drinking again? Another liquor talk gonna come about. So Monuba Molo has little issue with that. Okay, let's go down to Sir Joseph. Sir Joseph is a senator, but does he have the ability to take on the leadership of CDC and becomes, to me, CDC leader, the face of CDC? People might have issue. Let's go now to Tomofala. Tomofala is a very interesting. From all of these things I'm saying, these are my own view, and they are from my perspective. So get that clearly. Okay. So Tomofala coming. Okay. But Tomofala has a very unique situation. So Tomofala has a very unique situation. He has already, okay. So give me a minute, folks. Give me a minute. Okay. Tomofala had a unique situation as far as I'm concerned. So quite recently, there was an election at the Capitol building. And Tomofala now is a deputy speaker. Flanty Kofa is a speaker. But how did Tomofala get it? You think Tomofala got that position because he was loved in the House of Representatives? Far from it. Remember this, Tomofala was defeated massively by Dallas Dillon. So Tomofala is not quite popular in Monrovia either. That's why he went to FOIA. There's no question asked, but that's not what I'm talking about. But Tomofala came by riding on the coattail of Flanty Kofa. I said, these are my view. Did I ask you to make comment on my view? No. Okay. No, on a very serious note. So the face of CDC right now, most likely will be Flanty Kofa. You cannot deny that. And here's the thing about Flanty Kofa. Flanty Kofa for almost 3 or some more years, single-handedly carry Liberty Party money. Okay, so he has the ability, and he has done it before. But Flanty Kofa, what most likely Flanty Kofa gonna do? Flanty Kofa is a very smart young man. He knows the history of CDC. But what he's going to do in CDC is purge sedition that are troublemaker. Because Flanty Kofa will not allow troublemaker to be part of the CDC that he going to revamp. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So now let's go back to Jefferson Kochi. Jefferson Kochi right now is a strong man in CDC. But nothing, no base. I'm not talking about base in terms of human capital, but I mean base of knowledge. It's not much. It's not much. Jefferson Kochi, I don't think. I love him. Don't get me wrong. He's a man, a young man that I like for him to be. But I thought he would have educated himself a long time ago. But let's go on. Let's move on. So, Flanty Kofa now will take the lead in CDC. Now, there's two things here in this scenario that I'm putting up. If Flanty Kofa stand up he's in a good position, but he's not greedy. So should in case his friend President Weah wants to come back to CDC, Francis Kofa will say, please, be my guest. So Francis Kofa, Josh Weah knows Francis Kofa well. So Francis Kofa, knowing full well that if George Weah were to, if the sedition decide to petition George Weah, Francis Kofa will say, please, I'm behind you. If you're not there, I'm there. That's the kind of position Francis Kofa is taking right now. But guess what? The President Weah decided to come back. That South CDC, it will not be the next. I told you a long time ago, but you refuse to listen to me. I told you, Ambassador Baka are going to flock you. You don't believe it. I told you, Ambassador Baka not only going to flock you, but you will flock you massively. You don't believe it. It happened now. Okay. Now I'm coming to tell you again. And y'all know why I know y'all listen to me and y'all take heed. Y'all don't want to do it. So the next CDC that going to, if the CDC holds, the next CDC that's going to challenge whoever is going to be next, it will be a CDC that is intellectually viable. It will be a CDC that is not confrontational as much. It will be a CDC that has the ability to debate issue, not personality. Not the CDC that will be carrying casket around. Not the kind of CDC people like Francis Kofa will want to be part of. No. So, what is left? Samson, I'm getting ready to knock you out of the park. What is left? What is left for CDC to do? The other side would say, independent CDC. But the independent CDC, they got fastened, they're broke. They don't have the money. They don't have the education on their side. They don't have the manpower. Because here's the thing. President Weah is still popular. If President Weah and Francis Kofa decide to take the CDC, there will be the same popularity contest. And nobody can beat President Weah on popularity contest in Liberia. Nobody. Not even me. As much as I am popular as possible, I can't beat him. But the independent CDC, you don't have the financial back, you don't have the money to move. So what are they going to do? I'm saying this is my opinion. I'm entitled to it. They're going to go beg Alexander Kumi to come and rescue them. But Kumi is not going to play that kind of game. Kumi is not going to take independent CDC. So as usual, Kumi will say, no. If I'm going to be part of CDC, I'm going with Kofa then, and I will challenge Kofa and President Weah for the leadership. Oh my goodness. Have we seen that? Have we seen that play out before? But here's the interesting thing. If that happened, what happened with the CPP will not happen with the new Samson to CDC. That's not going to happen. Because if, on a very serious note, if President Weah and Francis Kofa allows Kumis to come and join them, they will be on the same playing field. Because Kumi have already experienced deceit. Kumi have already experienced the lies Liberian politicians gave to him. So he's wise now. So he's not going to come here and say, okay, I'm here. No. He will do what they call trust, but verify. That's Ronald Reagan's old term. So I'm saying all of these things this evening to let you know that yes, indeed, we are watching. We are watching. We are watching. So that's the CDC side. Let's go back to the incoming government. Okay? Let's go back to the incoming government. Up to this time, as I stated earlier, we don't know who's going to lead each of these ministries. It's concerning. It's concerning, to be honest with you, because we got 4 more days. So when the inauguration finishes, is that when they're going to start putting the list up? Who's going to lead what and what have you? You know, Liberians, if they have been contacted to do this by this time. So, because they will call their friends, and their friends will call their friends, and their friend will call their friend before you look at on social media. But nothing. I've been perusing all over, nothing. So another thing that I noticed, they are now getting in the trap of these young people that taba, nothing good behind it. Most of these young people, they talk good, but they have nothing to back it. Nothing. So if Ambassador Baka allows the talking drum to fool him, then we're going nowhere, which I don't believe he would do. He will identify young people and actually vet these young people. You say you can do this? Yeah, okay. Where have you done this thing before? Don't just can't give me your master TC paper and say this is it. That what we eat? That your master paper we eat? You have no experience. You just wrote something. You just wrote something on paper that looks good on paper. You go do it in real life and it's not functioning. How do we fix it? So don't come give me a master TC and say that this is working. No, give me experience. Have you done it before? You haven't. Okay, it looks good on paper. Thank you. But stay behind this person who has done it in previous times, who have the experience. You stay with him. Let him teach you. With your master TC, that means you have the brain. Yeah, you can make it. That's fine. But you need somebody to mentor you. You think we're coming to come play around here, get some kind of flag at somebody and the snotty no and put in whatever. I beg you, man, go back to total. You're ready yet. I'm here for no Kumaya tonight. Okay? So this incoming government, first thing first, get some experienced people to put you on a good footing with a clear understanding. Look, you've done this before. You have experience. Give me 6 months or a year of your life. After 1 year, you put this ministry at a specific level, you leave. Agree? Yeah, you shake on it. Finish. After 1 year, the person leaves. The people, but the intent is the person with that experience are going to go to the ministry must be somebody that have the ability to run that ministry. Must be somebody that have the ability to know something about that ministry. Must be somebody who has training in the direction of that ministry. You can't take something to and say, go be a health minister, and you expect me to train young people. What am I going to do with that? Myself, I don't even know the first medical terminology of whatever you call it. I have no clue. Then you want me to go teach people that? No. But this is what we're going to see. If these people start doing that, people you know they are not qualified and they are not vetting them, that means they have given money up. And I will run my mafia like nothing else. If they do that, I see some kind of accounting going to public work, I will deal with them. You know what? Hello? I'm not here for a job. You got money to pay me. Yeah, you don't. My name, Samson Brownto. Go on Google and type my name. Say, where does Samson Brownto work? They will tell you. And once you know where I work, you can put there how much Samson Brownto makes a year. They will tell you. There's a public record. Nothing here, nobody. So you got money to pay me. I make what? I make maybe last year, I made $7,000 a year. Who in Liberia made $7,000 a year? Eh? I had something to make $7,000. I don't say 7, no. I said $7,000 a year. I made last year. They able to pay me that kind of money 1 year in Montreal? They paying the people there $45 a month. They able to pay me $7,000 a year. I beg you, man. I got time for that kind of thing. So let me go on. So the fact that I'm not looking for anything because he got 7,000. If you get $7,000 to pay me 7,000 1 year. If you get 7,000, hold on. Let's see. 7,000 a year. 7,000 a year. What is the maximum I can get out of 7,000 a year? A year. Oh, Oh my goodness. 7,000. Let's do it again. Oh my goodness. That means I'm making plenty. Over $500 a month. What? I'll be rich in Liberia. They got a money. $7,000 a year. They ain't able to pay me. But man, that's why I say I made things here. I'm not serious. That you don't want my employer. I say I made 7,000. Maybe you made more than 7,000, but that's how much I made. Okay? They got that kind of money. They want to pay me $500 a month, like, bro. I beg you, man. But anyhow, let me go on. On a very serious note, folks. So, what I'm saying here on a very serious note, okay? It's not about job. It's not about job, folks. But what do we do for our brothers and sisters? How do we get this incoming government to be able to understand that they must do what they can to make sure things happen in our country for all of us? For all of us, you go take somebody who has no clue, none whatsoever, into financing. You take them, make them finance minister. Then are you serious? I don't think so. You take that person and make them finance minister. My goodness. So if you do that, how serious should we take you now? Okay? How serious do you want us to take you? You take somebody like that, make them finance minister. I have no clue though, none whatsoever. Okay? I have no clue. Okay? And you want me to say yes. So the first thing the government, and this is why it is concerning for those of us that have not been able to read in the newspaper or to pick this person. Not so much that we have to vet that person, no. But at least, because sometimes the newspaper will tell you their capabilities, where they get their training, and how long they've been working in this area. So if you see somebody put into Minister of Transportation who has managed some transportation activities in the past and has a degree in that line, not necessarily transportation, but has a degree in that gears towards transportation, you will say, okay, maybe this person can help. But you take somebody with a criminal justice degree and put him to do management, transportation management. What is he going to manage over there? How is he going to do that? You take somebody with an engineering degree. You take them and make them head of JFK to do what? They're going to build anything over there that you need to look at? You see where I'm going with this thing? So if you start mismatching Liberian capabilities, if you start putting in this and that, then you're asking for trouble. Simple as that. Simple as that. So let me now go ahead. I'm going to open the line tonight soon so that we can have a conversation. So I'm going to sit down now. Samson told Liberian Public Radio.
Yadu, Guaymaloa, Ablenyoa, Ansatulope, Ablenyoa, Mwana Kai Kai, for the Siate de Sebi, Suzu.
So let's go. I don't even put a number up there. All right, let me take this call. No, but I can't take your call now. Let me connect you, then I will call you back. Okay. All right. Let me first of all put a number up. Those of you that want to call, let's have a conversation. Oh, Amira. Oh, yeah, of course. Samson told. Okay. So give me a call, 916-533-20. Okay, I am connected. Let me make this call. Let me call this person that called me earlier. Let me call that person right back. John, I say I make $7,000. Then you say I'm not serious. Well,
How do you know? How do you know me? How do you know me? Huh?
Good evening, sir. Welcome on Liberian Public Radio.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are you there? Oh, don't tell me. Jesus. Okay. Folks, I have a serious problem right now. So let me see if I can put this number up here. Okay. So give me a minute. Give me a minute. Let me do this here. Give me a minute. And it's a serious one. I will turn it because this other phone is dead now. I don't know why I didn't charge it. Oh my goodness. Okay. I will use this other phone and then I will put the number of this other phone up so you can call me. But before I do that, I need to connect this phone with this. Okay. John, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry that I got disconnected because my phone went dead on me. And Mr. So is not here to assist me here this evening. Let me see. Okay, all right. So let's do this. Okay, I do have it here. All right. So let me put that number up. Give me a minute here. Give me a minute. Let me put that number up. Again, I'm still here on the project, building capacity around my mouth, but I got something to back it up. What do you think? Let's discuss it.
Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people.
Terry, can you hear me? I can't hear you. You're muted, I think. I can't hear you, Terry. Oh, shit. Well, yeah, I should be able to hear you. Can you hear me? Oh, my goodness. Terry, are you there? Okay, maybe if you can hear me, you need to go back and come back in. Okay, try again. All right, folks, that's the number there. Give me a call here and let's see if it's even going to work. If not, John, I'm very, very sorry. Okay, yeah, it does. Okay, Ambrose, can you hear me? Ambrose, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Terry,
I can hear you, Mr. Too.
Yeah, I was hearing you, but I was not on the screen. I was hearing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, Ambrose. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I have to change my phone, and so that's the problem we have. John, if you're listening and you're able to call me on this new phone number, please do so, because my other phone is dead. So anyway, let's. All right, Terry, what do you make of my tapata while we're waiting for the people to call?
Well, you have your own views and stuff like that, which is not a bad thing. You know.
I mean, you
I'm
don't
not.
agree with me.
No. I'm not going to argue on your views because that's your view. You know. Yeah, about Fonati, Kofa, and all that. But I think what your some of your points were in place. I think Fonati Kofa is now becoming the face of the CDC. And you said something very important that he might likely be like the standing man for CDC, you know, that not to be an obstruction to President Weah, but a man that is going to defend him or keep the ground until he can get ready to prepare himself to return, which I think that is a very fine analysis, you know, and I'm not going to, but the other part of it and, you know, all of that, I'm just going to leave it there.
Okay.
You know, and not touch it much.
I know you're very respectful.
But
This
yeah.
This is about Liberian issue. I know you are very respectful young person. So please disagree with me, because I know even if you disagree with me, you do it with respectfulness. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're not like Mr. So, who always calling me ridiculous and stuff like that. So it doesn't matter. Go ahead.
My only problem I have with Fonati is the aspect of him. I think I heard he's the lawyer for the central bank or somewhere. He's a lawyer for some corporations. So in my opinion, if he have to be the Speaker of the House, he have to drop some of those positions. He can't be holding.
Yeah. Okay. Let me bring Ambrose in, and then you and I can. Yeah. We still got him an hour. Ambrose, are you there? Ambrose.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah. Today Tabata is Tabata 101 or Tabata 105. What category for him?
Hello. You give me the classification you want. What way you want to put it?
Because you went so many places. You know, they have to keep up with like the way Terry is having difficulties to pinpoint.
That's the liberal. I'm all over the place. I do that because you can't hold me on one thing. Hey, see, that's what a liberal is. But go ahead, make your point, my brother.
Yeah. But you know, how's your afternoon going? Well, you know,
good.
You see, the problem DNB is facing right now, or maybe it's not issue, when you have people being with you, and all of them, and some of them, they are not qualified for the position they want for you to give to them. I don't know if that's the type of situation you face with, you know, because I'm not in the chat room to know what's going on, what's happening. For him to not start appointing people, but from what I saw, I think I'm learning. I think there's a lot of confusion. Certain people not satisfied. The Prince just stay insisting that he wants 7 to 5 ministry. Yeah. So you know, I don't know how they're going to resolve that. Huh?
I said that's another thing, but that's fine.
Yes, yeah. So how they're going to resolve that, or how you can please one person, and who you want to along with, so it's a lot of difficulty. But you see, so I try a little bit different with you on one main thing when you start insinuating that it's older people or people who are served as a minister or they're the only one that qualify. I think it's because a lot of my friends there have gone back to Liberia. They get master's degrees, some of them get 2, and they have a diehard Unity Party people. So you can't say, oh, because
No. I didn't say that. What I said, Ambrose, was don't come bring your master TC paper to me and call it experience. Those are just ideas. And those are just ideas that you put on paper. Come and work. If you have that kinds of ability to bring out a wonderful TC like that, that we can apply and even test to see if that idea will work. But in the meantime, we have older folks who have worked in those places. Work with them for 1 or 6 months to a year, and then they will put you in a good path, and then you're ready to move on your own.
Okay, but Mr. To, the point I want to say to you, or the something I want to say, I get 2 persons, one graduated from Harvard and one graduated from Columbia, in University of in New York, and they previously worked in early government in finance. So, are you telling me, say, if Robert go back to Liberia?
Those people, no, I said if they have the experience. Those people have the experience, plus the education. That's great.
Okay.
You.
You don't go to compatibility point. You know, I don't think CDC will have an issue or CDC have a problem right now. It seems to be Kunati will be the brain or the man for CDC if he decides to align himself with CDC. But I know because I don't think the president or the former president will want to get himself involved into. I think he got a lot to do because I think he may likely have to convince his wife, and I don't think his wife will probably be on board for him to go. Because in the pool, the people insulted him and say a lot of things, and looking at what transpired, I don't think he should put. For me, and I'm not decent, but I'm a weird thing. I don't think he should put himself through that again for the second time. No, because my brother, I appreciate good people. Huh?
No, I understand. All right, thank you, Ambrose. We are sharing. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, there was a gentleman that I called earlier, and my phone went dead. I believe his name was John. If you're still listening to us, please use the second number of the 916-330-9721 and give me a call. That phone is connected. The other one went dead on me. So please give me a call. But let's go ahead, Terry. You were saying something here.
Yeah, I think I overheard you saying that the Samson told CDC on a for Nati Kofa. So I don't know what's up. So it seems that
I'm making up my own CDC. What I think the CDC, I'm not part of them, but I'm just making them up.
I won't be surprised to see you fully, putting the CDC agenda soon, especially if somebody happens to touch for Nati Kofa.
In as much as
in order for Honorable for Nati Kofa to really carry the burden of the CDC, he has to be able to object to some of the bills that the executive will want to pass.
Kick them out. You can't keep those type of sedition in and think you got to manage them. There's no way you're going to manage those people's behavior. So those people have to be purged out.
Completely. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do with the reactions? Like
let them go. Let them go. Well, we say CDC, we talking about reaction, they're not individual business. But President, we don't understand that. Because many of the reaction, those are the people these are the people that like to put their foot in your mouth. I say so. But let me just say this here, on a very serious note, Terry. Those people, CDC, even a reaction and the rest of them, they are some smart reaction. They are some really intelligent reaction. They are not troublemakers. They don't go carrying casket around. The sedition, the reaction that carry casket around, those people going to be those. I'm not talking about the kids, that the young people themselves that carry the casket, but those who consider themselves intellectual and come up with these ugly behavior and ugly ideas for people to carry casket. Those people will be perished. They will not be able to be in a new CDC. Those sedition that will always preach violence, like some of the folks that went to the around the U.S. embassy and beat up that kid, they will not be allowed. Let me. They will not be allowed to come into the new Samson to CDC that I'm talking about. But let me take this caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Hey, this is Saturday. Yalate. How you doing, Mr. Toe? And how you doing, Terry?
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
How you
Thank
doing,
you.
brother?
What's on your mind?
Yeah, I called to just I've been listening to you, and it sounds so serious, but it may be somehow funny with Fonati and George. We are, and let's say it is gonna be coming teaming together as you thinking. So that's why I said that it's a little bit funny. Okay. But having said that, let's say the old man, the elected president, to bring forth his staff, I believe that he's doing a lot of background investigation and try to see who is really fit, because I believe that many of the people that will be selected or nominated will be people that want to put our country on a good path, because the country, Liberia, is suffering and been suffering for a long time. And if I say Liberia, it's us Liberians. You know, we want when we get into our country to be proud of the country. Where you find out when you get in your own country, you are afraid and all kinds of stuff. We don't want to see those kind of thing. And I believe that all these people that try to go work, they know of these things then, so they will be able to deliver. Okay. That's my belief.
Thank you for the confidence. We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Terry, go ahead.
Yeah, everybody is kind of worried about the president-elect's cabinet that he's trying to put together. I think people are kind of anxious too soon. People are curious, which is not a bad thing. At least by now, everybody's supposed to know. But again, the honorable man knows exactly what he's doing. I believe he's overwhelmed. He got a lot of people. He got a lot of political parties and people speaking to him as what they want him to do, blah, blah, blah. So he's in a very tough spot. And I can put myself in his position right now. And I will tell you that I myself will be overwhelmed, because he's trying to make decisions that he expects to affect change in the country. And if he fails to make the right decision and to effect the right change as per the desires of the Liberians, obviously a lot of people are going to lash at him, and that's going to be a hit to his administration. So he got already prepared to do this, but I believe that he already got that set up already. So we just need to wait. You just got 4 more days to the inauguration. So why can't we wait? I listen to people speculating this other person. Obviously, most of the people that got with Honorable Burger going to a point, a lot of people will not like some of them. People will say, oh, these people are the same people coming back, blah, blah, blah. But we must understand that Ellen Sirleaf's leadership is different from Honorable Burger's leadership. Honorable Burger is now coming to the table to lead in a different dispensation. Ellen government had monies coming from all over the place, and she had a lot of opportunities to make use of. And she could, run the ministries the way she wanted to. And if you don't choose to go her way, she get rid of you. So you cannot put everything on the people who work with her government, accusing them of being corrupt. No, because there were people in her government that I believe that did the right thing, and some of them was even manipulated. All right. So Honorable Boyka also got a difficult task ahead of him, because in Ellen government, he was more relaxed. Things were coming here and there. Ellen was in charge. She was responsible. Now the responsibility rests on him. Now and he's coming to the table with almost nothing in the coffers, because we're hearing that the government is struggling with the budget for the inauguration and all the kind of thing. So it tells you that this government have been running, on D-hole, cover-hole basis. So there is nothing ready. They already have. I really don't know if this government was already generating 700 million as a budget. I really don't want to believe that this government was already generating that money on people. All right. But again, that is where we are. This government that is going out have not been able to give us information as regarding expenditures. They were not checking balances. We were not being informed. Today, I was surprised to see for the first time the public works minister giving an overview of all of the roles that they have initiated. So I don't understand whether if that was a distraction or so, because somebody was under the live was saying that they have not gotten paid for certain areas she called, that she said people were already paid, they are taking care of that place and all the kind of things. So, these were things, what came to me was, these were things that she should have been doing long time ago. But I don't know if they can listen to the Liberal, and the Liberal, you made a woman to jubo or do something. The woman shake up today. The woman came up publicly for over, 48 minutes or 30 something minutes to give an overview and even host a press conference. So I said, but Mr. President, these are things you should have been doing long time. Then time like they were not having this kind of discussion. But you're leaving power now before you get into understand how governments would work.
That's very sad.
But yeah, that's very sad. But however, we are hopeful for Honorable Boyka to deliver. And our expectations are high on the area of auditing, on the area of declaring of assets declaration for both him and his cabinet, and that it should be published. I think, for me, if he does that within the first 100 days, I would check him as very good.
Okay.
Not excellent, but very good.
Okay, caller, thanks for calling back. We appreciate it. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind, sir?
John Hina. Well, I tried to call, but I've been having some issues calling back. I don't know why.
Yeah. The other number is there. The phone is there. I'm charging it, and that's why I put these two. So I transferred to this second number, the 9721 number. So that is being connected now.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I would like to say, let me commend you first of all, for your enormous service to Liberia. To see the strength that you have at this age, you have so much strength, this vigor to make sure that you see the best for Liberia and for Liberians. This is commending. But I just on a serious note, how can it make 7,000 per year? It doesn't make sense to me.
Hold on 1 minute. Let me put this.
That was a hypothetical analysis. Don't base your judgment on that.
Okay. John, are you there?
Yes. To make 7,000 per year, it means you make less than $25 per month.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're listening. We're listening. Go ahead.
So how could you make 7,000 per year? Does that really make sense to me? No.
Yeah, well, you know, that was just something I was throwing out there. I was just trying to tell the people I'm not looking for work, so they shouldn't think that I'm not going to be able to say anything.
I got it. I got it.
Yeah.
Well, but our eyes are open. Liberia has money, so I'm not going to work for 7,000. 7,000 for me would be 7,000.
You are Liberian?
Yes, I'm a Liberian. I am a born Liberian. I'm only.
You got a long form of birth certificate?
What? I'm a Liberian. My whole life I've been Liberian, even though I've been traveling.
Because when you come on the show and start speaking in BBC reader, you don't even sit there. I have to ask for a long form of birth certificate.
I was born in Liberia. I did my high school in Liberia. I went to Australia. I finished my high school. I went to Liberia again to do my undergrad, and I went to Kenya, my master's. I am in the US now to do my PhD. I am a Liberian.
Wow.
Wow. Thank you, John. Thank you for taking the.
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm right. I'm close to Mr. So. So it's Rhode Island. I'm in Connecticut.
Oh, okay. So you and another guy, Walter Carter, live in the same area, pretty much.
I'm in Connecticut. It's just like 45-minute drive to Rhode Island. I'm always in Rhode Island over the weekend.
Oh, okay. Well, but thanks for seriously educating yourself, and we hope that the likes of you will try to find your way back there to help our brothers and sisters to improve their lives. You mind if I ask you what area are you specializing in?
Well, I'm a scientist, not a politician. I'm a chemist by profession. Chemist.
What can you do for Liberia?
Well, even prior to my coming, as I speak to you, I am a full employee of the UL, University of Liberia, faculty of at the Science College Department of Chemistry.
Oh, okay. So my mind, as you're talking chemistry, my mind just going all over the place here now. So let me ask you some total question, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Okay. So as a chemist, what can you do with those Sasigu business in total? What can you tell us about this Sasigu business? The tree, Sasigu tree. You able to look in and tell us what the makeup is?
Sasigu?
Yes, Sasigu. The Sasigu tree.
Well, Sasigu, I think it's more of our tradition. I think it's more of our culture.
No, the tree.
Wait, I don't get it. Which tree is that? Which tree?
I thought you were going to ask the man geology question. Geology. You talking
only Grand Depot got special tree because as a wood tree. The rest of the country ain't get it.
I agree. Yo. Yeah, if you could tell me about, for example, if you could tell me about the gasoline.
Ask the man geology question.
Oh my goodness, guys.
The soil.
Okay, all right, John. Yeah, thank you, John. Thank you very much.
So, man, thank you so much for your effort. I'm so happy that
John, please call back sometime, and then you can educate us in terms of what the chemistry business can do for us in Liberia. Please join us.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you.
All right. Okay, the next caller coming from, I believe, from Minneapolis. Go ahead.
This Ambrose.
No, not Ambrose. The next one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Man, Ambrose Weber. Why are you always rushing at Roger Miller? This is Susie Goya. What
Minnesota politician, I know that. What did he say? What the phone number is? Oh, Minnesota Pop. Okay. I thought Minnesota PhD.
The guy is at Minnesota PhD. You know the one at Minnesota 12 girl. This is Susie Goya. But on a serious note, I was just giving my brother a hard time about the Sasigu. But man, I know you are here talking about Sasigu tree. We from local country, Sasigu is not tree. It's a concussion or it's a heated iron. We don't go to a special tree for Sasigu.
Oh no.
So when you ask people for Sasigu tree,
You didn't watch the video from Grand Jira the last
Yeah,
time?
I say when the Grand Jira people can do tree. We don't do trees the rest of the country.
Special tree. They cut the bark of that
Now
tree.
I'm saying I agree. But in the vacancy, when we get we will give you a concoction, a liquid, or the heating iron and the CAV will work on you or not.
But where the liquids come from? Where the liquid come from? Isn't it from that tree?
It's a mixture of many other things. There's a compound coming from many other trees, many other stuff. So we do it differently in the vacancy.
Wow.
Wow, the Sasugu I used to take for plenty of people in total, and they pay like maybe 25,000, pay me 25,000, I put that tea. It's a
that thing has been outlawed. That thing has been outlawed in Liberian laws. Just like what's the thing? The lie detector test. It has no scientific background. That's why lie detector tests are letting accepted in courtrooms as evidence of guilt or whatsoever.
But I don't mean to pull you off of your topic here. Let me just they put that thing in your eyes, and it's just like an eye drop. It's very cold. But they put you in the jailhouse and close the door behind you. You stay there for 4 hours. So when you come out, either your eye is white or it's red. And if your eyes are red, that person is guilty. And they already pay you the 25 cents. So there's nothing you're gonna do. Then you gotta go down and look for cow milk and thing to put in your eyes. But if your eyes is white, that person is found not guilty. Then they put you on their shoulder and then they do pour powder all over you. So I experienced that. But go ahead,
I'm not saying that it doesn't work, but I've seen something in the fire where we put a hot iron, we put an iron in the fire and it's red hot.
Yeah.
And they lay on your skin. If you're not guilty, it doesn't burn you. If you're guilty, it burns you.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
And just like with a lie detector test, it can be biased. Those things can be biased too. I'm not saying it's not. It doesn't make sense. We just need to study it more, but that's a whole different thing. Yeah. I was only calling to say the public relations officer of the newly elected Speaker of the House is doing well tonight.
Who?
You. Talking about Funati Kofa will take over the CDC. Though, I will hope Funati. I know at this point he has to be a very savvy politician to get to where he's at. He doesn't want to do what the ANC did with the Liberty Party. You don't want to buy just the frame of the car and the engine goes somewhere different. The ANC people did that thing. They bought just the frame of Liberty Party. The law is the law. They carry the law is the law. And then they carry the engine different place and they became president. So I think Kofa would be well served if he thinks critically about what does it mean, what does it require, what would it look like, what would that CDC even look like is going to take over? Would they have the lack of Thomas Fala and Jefferson Koji and Baba Molu all under the same umbrella, or will he have to do a surgery to get rid of some of those porks? And who are those that you consider to be lightweights that are just that get porks? So I think Funati, with all my disagreement with him, he stands at a golden moment in our political history.
I agree.
To be able to catapult himself to be a serious contender in presidential politics in Liberia. Yeah. But he has to choose wisely who he's going to pick, because if he picks the wrong one, he will go down the drain like the likes of Alex Tyler and former Speaker Tyler and former Speaker Snow. But if he makes the right decision with the right calculation, I would not be surprised to see a president Funati Kofa. It depends on how he does his calculation.
But what you're saying is quite in place. That's what I've been saying here for the last 4 or 5 days. But this is what I think. If he goes to go that route, Funati Kofa will not go back to Liberty Party. He's not going to go back to Liberty Party, because he and the people. I mean, he did a wonderful job over there, and the people didn't recognize his importance until he left. Now, with CDC, says it the way I see if he wants to do what I think he needs to do, is to start a serious conversation this year with sedition. Who wants to stay And if you want to stay, these are the rules we got to go by. You cannot be a sedition under my control or under my watch to go out there and insult people. You cannot be a sedition and go out there and put all the agitators together and you do the south. It's not going to happen. We want some sedition if you're in a leadership role, someone who will not only make sense, but that you will be able to engage publicly and be able to have some real serious conversation about our country. Anyone who passed in the past,
point of inquiry.
Mr. So just
Point of
my
inquiry.
party comment. I think though, now the Liberty Party with the chairman, the law is the law. Who is disenchanted with the CDP? Because the CDP is done, right? You still have a branch of the Liberty Party, even though it's the frame that you can drag along into a partnership with the revamped CDC. I think Kofa has a chance now to start getting some people to get in line or remove them from the CDC, just like they did with the DeLong and other people, but be more strategic than what they did with removing DeLong.
Yes.
And you can form a new collaboration of a new CDC and a new Liberty Party, because you still got to put a loyalty in the Liberty Party. And with his influence right now in national legislature, he can reframe. The man got what, 6 years. He got to be just methodical about how he's going to do it. And he has to have a dream of what that look like. He has to have a dream of what you want that to look like. And if he manages to sell a president like the former president, the president, we are on it, and drag his part of CDC along, I think he will be a formidable force. Now I see people saying they don't want a president Kofa. It doesn't matter what you want. Usually it's what the people are saying.
Exactly.
You know, so that would be my point.
Yeah, but you can take my answer off the ad as well. And basically what I'm saying, I do agree with you, but what I think most likely gonna happen, and I think what Flanty Kofa needs to do, is to utilize this opportunity, as you correctly stated, which is the President Wakai developmental agenda. Put your footprint on it. Don't kick it out. Have a discussion, because there will be some budgetary item from the executive. Some people will want to put poke in it to benefit themselves. You take the budget itself and go through it. Select people to go through it. And if anything stand out that doesn't belong there, you have a conversation with the budget director, or you have a conversation with the president himself. But those items that the president have talked about during the campaign, the roads and the infrastructure of the country, if those items comes before you, you don't just pass it. You put your thumb on it, put your fingerprint on it. So you and the president will be seen as working together. Liberian will soon or later they'll recognize that you're a very smart person. And
the proper agenda doesn't have to go and die. And I'm gonna see this and then I'll leave Ambush to come in.
Yeah,
for example, there are things that President Weah did that was not qualified into law that he, Flanty Kofa, can draft into law. Joseph Boakai comes with an idea on education, or comes with policy funding on education. You add your own poor play, and the poor case, look, President, we are paying WIAC fees. Yeah, we understood that, we can criticize and say people were downsized and how many has to pay that WIAC fee, but codify that into law. Make it a legislation attached to the next budget that you pass. That say, henceforth going forward, the paying of WIAC fee shall become the responsibility of the national government.
Yes.
Now you just taking a proper agenda and you have attached it, and that is make a ticket for you, because President, we are not making law, and you now can claim that and say, during my time as a speaker, we made this law. The president tested it, we made a law. The issue of free tuition at the post-secondary education, you can make that into. You can go back and look at where the pitfalls were, where the mistakes were. You correct that and make it a legislation, so it's not dependent on the will of a president. I think if Flanty Kofa gets people to really talk to him and he does those things, he can have his thumbprint, like you said, his fingerprint, his footprint, whatever you want to call it, his DNA on a lot of these things that he can claim later on. Because after Joe Boakai, the presidency is going to be wide open.
It's going to be wide open. Wide open, that's for sure. after the 6
Thank you,
because
folks.
I don't see.
I'll keep listening to
But
you.
say you're not going there to
I
go
don't see
run.
President Baga going for
Stay there
second
for
term.
now.
I don't see it. But go ahead, Terry.
Yeah, I wanted to ask my senior brother, say if you're not going to Liberia after in 2029 to run on for something, and if you're going to join the Liberal,
It was his
will he join the Liberal CDC? I want to know. I read it. Will he join the Liberal CDC / Fonati Kofa? But
No.
anyway,
it will be too much for us.
But anyway, yeah, I you know, my concern, I told everything to now you said is in place, except one or two that I have a little doubt on. But my advice to Honorable Dillon. I believe that Honorable Dillon have been doing a great job in the Senate, and the position he just occupied, he deserves. But I hope it's not a position also that will cause him to travel a lot, because he's going to be overseeing on the foreign affairs, right? Foreign affairs and all of that. And even though we have not really properly discussed it on the show, but I hope it's not a position that is going to make him to be traveling more often than usual.
No,
all right?
no,
And
I hope not, because he's not a foreign minister.
I know
So
that's what I'm saying.
anything that he wants to deal with that has to do with foreign affairs, he will have to go through the executive. He can't just get up and say, I'm going to negotiate on behalf of Liberia with the foreign services, or he can't do that. I don't think he will do that. And secondly, Ambassador Bakar, foreign minister, will most likely will have some sort of a relationship with Senator Dillon. And Senator Dillon is he's a very smart young man, that's for sure.
Yeah, I admire that.
And he's not afraid. He's not afraid.
Right.
And I think, excuse me, with Senator Dillon in the Senate, and you have the like of Amar Connor in the Senate, and they have a few other people that were there before, but they didn't have much help. So now you have the people like a Boy Child or Child Cope or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Boy Child Sigway.
Yes, he's in the Senate. So most of these young people will now, people, who's going to suffer in the Senate? The like of the Snow, Edwin Snow. And seriously.
How will Edwin Snow suffer when Edwin Snow and Ellis Tyler is going to be working with ECOWAS? That is what Edwin Snow
likes.
That's
fine. Go to Ghana.
That is why Edwin Snow like. Edwin Snow
want to be traveling. But I'm saying.
And that is what I'm talking about Senator Dillon, because his position is oversight on foreign agenda and all of that. That could open a door of traveling for him. And my fear is, because I know Senator Dillon love to travel.
Yeah, but they can't travel.
Traveling on first class and all the kind of thing. I know where I'm going. But what I'm saying is,
Senator Dillon he has learned.
I know he has learned, but I'm sending him. I'm in as much as I'm praising him and happy for the new position, because he earned it by reason of his, being vocal in the Senate. Over the years, we saw the level of work, commitment, and all that. But I hope it will not open a door that could create a glitch or a dent on his political career. That's my take. Because like Edwin Snow and Ellis Tyler now, they're going to be out of the country most of the time.
Yeah.
Because that ECOWAS thing, that's why Edwin Snow love. Edwin Snow
that's fine. But the thing is, Senator Dillon, I've learned from his mistake with their traveling business, number one. And second, if Senator Dillon wants to deal with any foreign policy or whatever, he has to go through the foreign affairs ministry. And secondly, most of the issues that, for example, if he has issue with visa and what have you, who issues visa? The visa issue process is in Liberia from the embassy. So most likely he will want to have conversation with the ambassadors of the different countries, and they're not going to let Senator Dillon to go and go give a speech at some of these parliament, most of the country. That's not. He's going to have to deal with the ambassador directly in Liberia through the foreign ministry, I believe. So if he does that, and they will give him audience, and he can bring those subject matter up, you know, his intent is to fight for the people. His intent is to fight for the people, respectfully fight for the people. He's not going to be rude about it. So I'm not that concerned. But if the like of Edwin Snow, they will be left behind. It's just a matter of time. All of those people that have distinctive record, they will be left behind.
Well, I would doubt that because Edwin Snow know how to get his way around. 1, 2, Edwin Snow is not under sanction. The people I think that will really suffer in the house will be those that are under sanction, like the likes of Nathaniel Magay, Albert Chair,
they will be left behind, Terry.
These are people that I believe will be left behind. But
exactly.
when it comes to
take for example, if the American ambassador inviting senators at the American embassy, you think the like of McGill will go over there? No, he's not going to go. They will tell him Prince Johnson will not go. You go over there, they arrest you. That's it. They put you behind in a boat behind the place that behind the beach. Put you on it. You're gone.
But to be honest with you, Prince Johnson just wanted to be re-elected to secure himself, because Prince Johnson is not. He don't really do anything much in the Senate anyway. You know, so I think the people that are really going to suffer from this sanction will be Nathaniel Magay. They are young guys who like to travel. What are they really going to contribute to the county?
If McGill is smart,
Abatier, Nukwe, two senators from.
If McGill is smart, first of all, I will send people in a diaspora. First thing is this: I will send message out to the Liberian diaspora to say I want to have meeting with folks who are Liberians but are in these foreign countries who are contributing immensely to the educational process of these different countries. I want to meet with you guys. You don't have to come to America. They can have a Zoom meeting. And these people can lead him pretty much because he had no clue. They can help him to understand how to craft, like Sister said yesterday, how to craft the law that will benefit the Liberian people. So if you have people like they like a Sissy, and you have a few other people from Europe who also taking from the European system, and Sissy and the rest of it taking from the American system, you got other Liberians, also educated Liberian educators that are in Australia. They're all over the world. So you bring those people together, most likely they're going to be young. You bring those people together, have a Zoom conference, and you have a regular meeting, maybe twice a month. Within 6 months' time, you will have already formulated a policy from this.
You see, one of the things that we about Magay, and I see that if CDC do not pull Magay closer to them, they might likely not be too successful. Magay understands
and
politically.
will not make it together.
Well, I doubt that, because to be honest, Magay have the ingenuity and he have the ability to reconcile people much more than Fanatic Kofa. In fact, Magay is more relationable to people than Fanatic Kofa. Magay is more political than Fanatic Kofa. Those are the something. So Fanatic Kofa deal with diplomacy. He like diplomacy and all of that. How many people in Liberia even know Fanatic Kofa? Not many people. He have been in the shadows. But Magay is a guy who is radical. He understands the radicality, the radical approach to politics. And Magay can work in the house faster. He can mobilize people in the house faster than most of those guys you see.
Why they're going to push Magay away?
But my fear is the seditions will not see him as an opportunity for them in the House of Senate. And if they make that mistake and Unity Party pick up McGill, then they are finished. Because McGill have all hidden strategies and agenda of the CDC. So you see, seditions don't like McGill because of McGill's close proximity to President Weah. They felt that it was not appropriate because McGill came later Magé came in by what a guy named with Winston Totman. Magé is not a foundational member of the CDC. So based upon his close proximity to President Weah, the Reddit did not like that. And Magé felt that Samuel 12 undermined him. So right now, Magé is in limbo. CDC is afraid to approach him, and Unity Party too is kind of skeptical. But I will advise that Unity Party, if they want a strong alliance in the House of Senate, they need to engage McGill. McGill is a very powerful tool when it comes to Liberian politics. Anywhere he is anywhere he is, for his opponent is dangerous, and for the people he side with, it's going to be good. Yeah.
But here's the thing here with your analysis, which is quite in place. But all these people, the Unity Party, the sedition, not the grassroots and things like that, but the hierarchy, they will want to distance themselves. You cannot see, or you will not see Flanty Kofa aligning himself with McGill. McGill is at the spear of the U.S. sanction process right now. So Flanty Kofa also have issue here in the United States, and if he start working with McGill, there will be people that will pick it up and say perhaps this guy is not ready to reform. So Flanty Kofa and if the Flanty Kofa is going to be at CDC here, he will not want to get close to McGill and Bill Tuare and the likes of Abbott Chia and the rest of them. Number one. Unity Party on the other hand, under Ambassador Baka, they will not want McGill to come close to them either. They might most likely they will work with him because he's in the Senate. But in terms of trying to bring him on board as member of Unity Party, I don't think McGill don't want to be Unity Party member anyway. So McGill most likely, if he wants to be successful, he's going to operate as an independent person. But in the independent mind that he's going to develop, I hope, he will now include some of the young Liberians educators. There might be sedition, Unity Party member, from all over. But they will gravitate towards McGill because they know by them providing information to McGill, by them helping McGill, they will also be putting forth their own strategy of what they think educational process in Liberia should be. So it goes two ways. McGill will be using them, they will be using McGill as well. But at the end, they will be coming to a one-part position to help Liberia educational system. And if McGill can pull that off, it's just a matter of time before the U.S. take him off a sanction list. Well, if McGill can spearhead that, and these people are going to be watching. These people are going to be watching, and they find that McGill is able to improve through these young people, improve the Liberian educational system, because it's one of the things like American people have always complained about. So if McGill can help to improve the educational system all over Liberia with the help of these young Liberians, educated Liberians all over in the diaspora, I think McGill will do, but he cannot do it.
But you will be going
as you know.
Then you will be putting the other people too that are trying to do business with McGill into problem because they said nobody should do. But what I'm trying to drive at is this, right? Because you see, the politics in Liberia is polarized with a lot of mayhems and tricks, artifice, deceptions. All right. And take, for example, the Unity Party is working with Prince Johnson. Everybody knows, the whole US, everybody knows Unity Party is working with Prince Johnson. So if Unity Party will say, okay, you know what? We don't have the facility or the needs to really tackle this sanction thing and investigate, blah, 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 all those who are involved with this US sanction, blah, 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 right away abruptly. You also need people that you will get to work along with you so that most of your projects can be initiated. And with the lack of Magé, look, there is something I saw in Magé that I don't normally see in most politicians. When Magé was sanctioned by the US government and he resigned from the government of President Weah, I did not know how he pulled that off in Mangibi. He turned it around in his favor. to
Money.
winning almost 50,000 people.
Money.
You know, but the money, I don't want to agree. Money do not
McGill
buy
was
votes
not
in Liberia.
elected. Terry, let me
Money
disagree
don't
with you
buy
there.
votes in Liberia. If money could buy votes, then Mr. Cummings will have win.
No.
We have won the election.
Cummings' situation is quite different. McGill has always been with the people. They know him. Now, in terms of voting, because of his leadership ability, that's not what happened. McGill was elected. First of all, he put a lot of money in there. You heard the statement he made on Spoon about building road. And the road ain't finished. He said he ain't got the money again. He want to go look for the money. Those were the kinds of projects that he initiated.
But that's what the people want, projects.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Cash,
so it is not because of his leadership ability. It is because what they think he can do.
Well, I would not, because you see, leadership comes a way, especially from the Liberian mindset. Leadership is about what you can do. So if the man is doing something here, there, and yonder.
If I leave from here right now, go to Grand there. I don't mean to interrupt, Terry. If I go to Grand there and start buying chicken soup and a cup of rice and aku oil and things like that, people vote for me, I'm not a good leader.
No, nobody's gonna vote for you because you buy real or red and you.
I beg you, people are being elected because they buy baby top and chicken soup and cup of rice. You know those things. What you
no, Pato, that's not how that real work.
Terry, I have a video here. Of one of the voters telling us why they voted a specific individual in office. Huh?
I'm trying to tell you, Pato. Most of the people that I know that I partook in the 2 different elections I partook in Liberia, most of the people who came with money lost the elections.
It's not
most of them.
That's what I'm telling you right now. The people who are serving today in the House of Representatives and in the Senate from Grand Gida, I'm not going to go to any other county, that we know they were buying baby top. They were buying chicken soup. They were buying aku oil. I have a video here where one of the voters expressly told us we voted for him because he can buy up. When he call up, he buy a cup of rice.
Well, okay, but I want to think that it is not only based upon that what he mean, McGill, Nathaniel McGill, were able to be elected. Nathaniel McGill is a guy, I know the family. And his brother, you know that his brother also got elected as representative in Bapolu County, where the Reddit comes from. Nathaniel McGill comes from Bapolu County. His brother is Zina Norma. Zina Norma is also a representative now from a district in Bapolu County. He also won his district too. So, you know, these people have certain charisma of how to incorporate people. They have the ability to mobilize people. They bring beyond. Why you think President Weah made what he mean? Nathaniel McGill, you know, brought him close to him and put him in the position he had. That position is not an ordinary position that McGill had. You know, so it was based upon his ingenuity, his mobilization, his strategy, his ideas. The moment Nathaniel McGill was sanctioned and he regressed from that position, President Weah started to decline.
Okay. All right.
You know, so I think that you know, in order to be able to be successful in many things, the Unity Party, in as much as you know we are all like this, the Unity Party need to be able to reach across the aisle, and you can say this other man because the man is unsanctioned and so and so and so. So I'm not going to deal with him, blah blah blah. Then you're going to be making a big mistake. Because those people also have voices and they can turn things around with all you even imagine. Yeah.
Okay, Terry. Thank you very much. You have a closing on this? You want to say something before we take leave of you?
Well, we hopeful to see what's going to happen on Monday and hope to see that Ambassador Boyka, the inauguration go on because we're hearing that monies and all the kind of thing. I don't know how authentic those news are.
But what do you think the money that Stanton was talking about tonight, where do you think that money came from? I believe that money came from Stanton. Yeah.
Well, you see, one of the things, Pato, to be honest with you, there are some attitudes in that guy that I really don't like. I think he's a propagandist. He's not a talk show host. If you look at him, what he does is tonight, what he was doing tonight is what he does. He look for news, you know, and because in our society, bad news sell faster. Bad news is what many people love to hear. People don't really care about the good news and all the kind of thing. So if you look at what he's trying to project, he's trying to project control over the media, which I think if Ambassador Boyka continue to allow, it could create a friction in his leadership, and it could damage a lot of things, because a propagandist have a one strategy. His strategy is to get to know everything about you, because he will use that against you. When he tell you that this is what I want and you refuse to give it to him, he will use your weaknesses against you. You see what he does on the show? He put all his men in bad picture. He posts it and laugh at them. But how often do you see them posting his bad picture? How often do you see them reflecting his errors? They don't. Because if they do, they will be kicked out of the show. And they want the audience, they want the popularity. So, you know, these are things. But yeah, the guy knows how to do his stuff. So he's trying to create an opportunity. Take, for example, I saw something, I know they say he extended his time for 3 months more, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we all like, to be honest, the guy is smart. I like his smartness.
Most likely, I believe he'll go to Liberia for the inaugural program.
No, he's not gonna go. It's late. It's late. He's not gonna go. He can't make it, because right now he got security. He can't make it to do that. But in my mind, he's after something. I may not say that directly, that to answer your question, that money came from him, but he is after something. This guy is after something.
The thing about it, the most likely what they're going to do, I think his sentence most likely going to be reduced, because what he has done for the Liberian democracy is huge.
Right.
I agree. Whether we like him or not, what he did for this election is huge. He single-handedly, I would say, defeated the President Weah. If he had gone to jail before I
don't know if we could have made it if he had gone to jail.
No, if it hadn't been for Stanton, Ambassador Boyka was not going to win the election. There's no question asked.
I totally agree.
And when because this, you see, this is something I wish some of the young people would talk to me before they make these kinds of drastic decisions. Costa have carried Ambassador Boyka and the whole Unity Party all along. It's like the plane taking off. The man struggled to get the plane up, and then when he getting ready to level, now he said, I don't want a plane, y'all go take it. You know, and that's exactly what happened here. So when Costa left, Stanton and his people decided, okay, it doesn't matter what kind of problems Stanton's in, Sedition will use that against her, that's fine. But we're going to go full flesh. And the most important thing that was happening to Stanton's was, even though he has his own problem, but there were a lot of people were feeding him with information, truthful information about this government. Even people who serve in the government was giving him information. Even people who are close to President Weah, people who know that President Weah, right now he's taking a drink, he putting a drink in a cup. They were passing that type of information on to Stanton. So Stanton were able to utilize those things. There are some real bad one that he won't talk about. He's not going to do that. But those that were based on policy and people who were corrupt, he was able to really destroy this government. There's no question asked. If it hadn't been for Witherspoon, Ambassador Boyka would not have been elected. That's true.
So you see the reason why Liberia can change, right? These are some of the reasons. Because there are certain people in a society that you need at a certain time. You will need them. Take, for example, you just talked about Stanton Witherspoon. What if we didn't have this man and look at what was hanging over him? Look at the character. Look at the all around, what was hanging upon him. But we know that, and we condemn President Weah, we condemn all his corrupt act and all of that. And this particular man who had this big one hanging on him, we use him, needed him to win our elections. Then we went for Prince Johnson too. That everybody say he buy, he corrupt, he did. We brought him. Now he in our corner. So these are the reasons why Liberia do not have
they think
Liberia do not have a good person.
no.
To be honest,
I won't say that.
especially in leadership.
No, Terry, you're looking at it from a narrow position. Let's look at it from a broader position in terms of group setting. So in a group setting, there are certain things that are good for the group. The group well-being supersedes individual well-being. So when President Weah and his people came in, they were affecting the group well-being negatively.
I agree.
So why Stanton Witherspoon has an individual problem, his problem compared to the group were pale. So we say, okay, the group said, okay, we need help. Then when we look, okay, Stanton has a problem, but it's individual. What can he do? Can he redeem the group? Can he help the group? Because the group process, the group themselves is larger than Stanton Witherspoon. So many Liberians say, okay, we'll pray for Stanton Witherspoon. Stanton Witherspoon come and redeem us. And Stanton Witherspoon completely dismantled George Weah and his people. And then the thing about it also.
So what will you say about PYJ too?
Well, PYJ is one segment. PYJ was not able to affect the situation in Grand Bassa County, was not able to affect the situation in Montserrat. PYJ was just Nima County, pretty much. Even though Nima has the most vote, but it was just Nima County. Now, whereas Stanton Witherspoon were also affecting Lofa, Grand Cape County, and most of the other county, including the Southeastern.
Right.
You know, Ambassador Baker didn't get many votes over there, but people were listening to him.
Agree.
So when right now, if you were to say Stanton Witherspoon going to go to jail tomorrow, many Liberians in the street will cry.
I agree.
To be honest with you, it will affect a lot of people. So Stanton Witherspoon right now, the way he's going about it, and I believe his lawyer, when they go to court, they will frame it.
Right. They will play on that.
He has redeemed himself.
Yeah.
And
they're going to die. I must give it to him. The
Liberian election, because it was done on audio, video. They have evidence.
Yeah.
They can show his impact. And I bet you will find out that most likely if he goes before the judge, once he has already paid the money or paid some money and agreed to pay some more, they're most likely going to reduce his sentence. Most likely they might come back and say, okay, sentence already set, but make sure you pay and put him on huge probation. And I won't even put it past Ambassador Baker, the Liberian government getting involved into this.
My own worry here, Libra, is what do he want? Because you see, look, let me tell you, Libra, everybody wants something. Everybody wants something, especially a wounded lion is a dangerous lion. This brother lost.
Tell me, Terry, at this point, I don't think Ambassador Baker and people are worried about Stanton's, what he wants and what he can do. Ambassador Baker has already won the election. So if Stanton Witherspoon comes out tomorrow, he said, I want to be a rice importer. And then Ambassador Baker and people say, no, we can't do it. So Stanton Witherspoon will come on and bring some ugly thing that he has done. What is Ambassador Baker is not there with girlfriend to say he got girlfriend picture. He's not that. The only thing he's gonna do, like what Costa did, I fed this man, I gave him money and things. Liberian people say, thank you. He's our president now. So Stanton Witherspoon also got that point that there's not much he can do to hurt Ambassador Baker. To be honest with
you, you can't say that because to be honest with you, when Costa came up with all the allegations, it was him that rescued Honorable Baker because there were all some of those hidden things that we didn't even know about end up coming out.
So what more can he say? What more can he say?
That's what I'm saying. When a propagandist have sufficient information on you, there's a way that there are some information you don't want, and you see Liberian society.
Yes, I don't mean to cut you off. If Ambassador Baker was young, then I would worry. But do you see Ambassador Baker doing girlfriend business right now?
No, we don't see that, but you don't know you don't know other things you and I don't know yet that he knows. Like even before when we were on the show during the election, I told Mr. So, I said, look, this guy, the side he's gonna lean on will win the election because he got information on CDC and he got information on Unity Party. There are so much information that guy's sitting down on right now that he can explode. If he decides to explode, it will be very damaging. And this brother pulling the numbers. He pulling the numbers not only from Liberia, but he pulling the numbers from the diaspora. So right now, he can declare anything. And that power that we're giving him is too much.
He's not
And
even.
that's my fear. Because to be honest with you, if he don't, for me, I don't have a problem. Like if he say he want to do rest, like something that Yeke Koluba was speaking about, still not can do rest. The man's a Liberian, he's a businessman.
And I will really want him to take over the rest business.
Yeah, but not to monopolize it. Then that's a different ballgame.
He's a Liberian. Let him kick the Lebanese people out. Let him get the whole rice business.
So
they will take the gunshot business from the Lebanese people. They will take the rice business from the Lebanese people. They will take all of the furniture business from the Lebanese people. Let's stand there and look. If he can afford it, let him take all of it. If he wants to do that, let him take all of it.
Yeah,
he's a Liberian.
To be honest with you, so that's my take. And I don't want to be fast to say it, but every day I see it unfolding as he speaks. That he have political ambition. I'm strongly convinced. Besides all this trying to get business done, business running, I think he has a political ambition, and it might unfold in 1 or 2 more years.
Yeah, but it's not going to go against.
Which is not a bad thing.
The people who need to worry now, if what you say, if it is true,
you don't know that.
The people who need to worry will be the vice president and the like of my sister, young, because they're all young. And so if they allow him to get close to them and start getting more information.
Because you know what's going to happen now? He's going to have the opportunity to spread himself, especially when the whole thing, when he get over this whole thing and, that's over his head. He's going to have the opportunity to spread his tentacles in other parts of the county of in Liberia, especially the southeast, because he's from the southeast. He may spread himself there, with having his radio station planted and all that, breaking news. And once he's able to supply sufficient of the Liberian people in Liberia from the media, I'm telling you, within the next 2 to 3 years, Stanton can become anything he wants.
That's right. But here's the whole other. If the U.S. government really put him away for 2 years, by the time he come back, there will be people right now, they can't wait for him to go away. Because if he goes away, then the void that is going to be left by his connection with Ambassador Baga, I bet you he talks to Ambassador Baga maybe 2-3 times a day as we speak. I won't put it past that. But if he get put away, that space, some of these young people will cover it. So by the time he comes back, he won't have that opportunity. Right. They will block him. Right. So that is the concern the people like me have.
That is the only thing they can hope for.
Yeah, exactly. But here's the danger for us. If Stanton Witherspoon, if the government of America does not listen to the many Liberians and put him away, they will do us disservice. Yes.
Now you don't put your foot in your mouth.
I know Mr. So is not here. I know where he is right now. You see him right there already.
You don't put your foot in your mouth.
Yeah, I put my foot in my mouth. I don't want him to go to jail. To be honest with you, I don't want him to go to jail. Here's the reason. You're saying that he got a lot of things, but Stanton Witherspoon, he has done so much to make sure that before you take fasting, especially this incoming government, before you take fasting that doesn't belong to you, you would think about Spoon first. Say, who get that kind of information? It might end it on Spoon. And the first thing you would think. And what he has done, many people don't like him, but he has exposed to many of us some of the ills in the society. And these things can be fixed based on the type of information that he's providing. Many people might not like him. But guess what? The like of the new whoever going to be the new police director, everyone will be very careful how they work. They will be very careful how they work with, especially play with people money in our country. So those kinds of stuff are things I think Witherspoon have brought on the table. Now, many Liberians, especially young Liberians that are closer to Ambassador Barker, they most likely will want him to go be put away, so that by the time he comes back, they will close it. But I will pray. I will continue to pray. They don't put him there. He happy. He's very.
Yeah,
I don't,
you read it.
I don't know.
That is
talk to me.
one of the aspects that I must shake his hand if I get to see him live. That, my man, you did well for Liberia, especially in removing President Weah.
Yeah.
But in removing President, we are highlighting, like he talked very fast, but like I said, I want to believe he had political ambition. Stanton is not just doing it because
that's why he's a Liberian,
which is not a bad thing.
If he does, some of us will support him.
But his the aspect of this mentality that I cannot serve my country, on the foundation of I love my country without me trying to do it because I want something. That is what really discourages me, about most of the people who claim to be patriot. Because to be honest with you, if all of these things go down on Stanton got to start all over. And if and only if his radio station will be the only thing left that he can kick off from, he can maneuver his way, especially this guy with this kind of idea, the brain work he put together to get over 100 and something million from the U.S. government, from America. That's not a small wisdom. That's not many Liberians have that wisdom.
The only thing that I'm hearing about him from many of his age group that are also educated, that want to contribute, they say when they call or try to connect with him, he tried to be condescending. And if one of them was telling me, Stanton think he's God. You talk to him, you try to text him or something, he doesn't even think.
But that is the choleric temperament. That is his temperament, Liberal. That one, temperament is people's natural inborn character. If you look at Stanton, that is who he is. He's a dominant guy. Everywhere he goes, he wants to dominate. Once he can't get his way, why do you think there is a rift between he and Amara? He loves to dominate. That is the God nature in him. The only thing is that temperament, you have to control it. You see, President Weah, most of the people that have the temperament of a choleric, they end up becoming leaders. Even though most of them don't know how to control their weakness, because those temperaments have weaknesses and they have strength. But most of them, they end up becoming leaders because of that President Weah. Even Henry Costa is a choleric. Ambassador Barker is not a choleric. That is why Ambassador Barker is soft. He's a flip-flamantic. These are people who their temperament allows.
I beg you, don't start using words that CDC will start getting flip-flamantic. I beg you, don't say you.
Yeah, those people, they are very calculative. And they can analyze. When they analyze something and draw the conclusion on it, you go or you can't on how you're looking. And that is, but even though they got the weaknesses too, there is one weakness of that temperament that I know that in Ambassador Barker, I'm not going to say it. I will never say it. But what I'm saying is, what I read about those characteristics, that is how it is. Stanton Witherspoon is domineering. If you know how to work with domineering people, you and he will get along. If you don't know how to work with domineering people, and you and he would never get along.
That type of behavior, it's not going to work well in Liberia, because Liberians like to challenge. And with what you say, if it is true in his character, he's going to have serious problem trying to get into Liberian politics, because he will be challenged. Just as smart as he is, that's how you see. That's why. Did you hear Amara giving in to him? No. So Amara like, excuse me, I got things to do. So Amara doesn't come much on his. You see, but that's another weak spot of Stanton that I think he should try to work on. The like of John Monroe, the like of Amara Conan, you don't see them as somebody that wants to replace you.
Right.
You see them as people who you can work with to achieve a larger goal that you yourself want to achieve.
Right.
Amar Kone is a very smart and intelligent young man. He was here in Sacramento. I met him more than a week. We were here together. So I don't know him much, but just by, in fact, I was just reading his speech he gave in during one of our occasions. He was a guest speaker, and I was just reading his speech today. It was just wonderful. So the like of Amar Kone, John Malou, you bring those people on board and have a conversation at this time. Monetary conversation. Witherspoon is not a monetary person, he's a nurse. But you bring those people on board, since you have a larger platform, you bring those people on board, let them help you to educate Liberians. Because Americans can come and tell you how they can five-finger money business at the finance.
Yeah.
How, if they want to steal things, they can do and you will not know it. He can tell you those things because he has worked in that place. John Madu can, on the other hand, will tell you, okay, Americana just told you what people can do to steal. But this is how we catch them. So you have somebody who's explaining how to steal, and you have somebody who I'm not saying Americana is a thief now, I'm just saying. But you have
you see, that what the people let you on the network. You know, because you can make it explicit for them to understand.
Yeah, so you have another person who will also tell you if this what Americana just stated, if it happened, this is the solution we have. Now, if you have those people to be on your radio show, even if it's not daily, if you do it like maybe twice a week, financial conversation, and you bring these two gentlemen, you will also find some intellectual Liberians that are also into this financing business. They will want to join you because the financing situation in Liberia is the backbone of all of our problem.
Right.
So if you have those people to find solution, Ambassador Baka might be able to say, okay, these are some of the conversations that I'm having on Spoon. Can we implement those kinds of stuff? You know, and that's how you learn. Yeah. But if you push them away because you think they're trying to take over you, then you're not going to go anywhere because you're missing out. You're missing out. Look what happened with John Malou on his show. John Malou, in fact, I think he said John Malou is supposed to be on there tomorrow. Why is he not bringing Samuel Amos Stewart back on? Because of Amos Stewart behavior. Since that one time, have you seen Amos Stewart back on Spoon again? No, because Amos Stewart's behavior was ridiculous.
Right.
You know? So those are the kinds of things I think Witherspoon is bringing on the table. And for me, I pray every day that he doesn't even spend a day in the court because I don't want these people, they like a Samuel Amos Stewart. If Witherspoon go to, Amos Stewart will be the first to block that. Once Witherspoon leaves, he will cut that rope and say, you think my own brother, my own son, Dualo able to penetrate? No.
No, Dualo
will not be able to penetrate Amos Stewart.
No.
So they would just be. They would
what Stanton does on the show, none of them can do it.
No.
And that is why you have the temperament to be domineering. Because if you don't have that strong mind, he can't do what he does. You have to have that person with that kind of temperament to do the kind of things that Stanton would do and get away with it, you know, and later on he blasts at you and call you back on his show again. The both of you talk like nothing never happened.
Look
that kind of attitude, only he can do it.
Musa Benestead still come on the show.
That's what I'm saying. I was surprised when Musa called, that boy called Musa came on the show, the both of them spoke there and nothing happened between them. Right. I said, this guy is after something. Look, you see.
Look what happened with Yeke Koluba 2 days ago. Before Yeke Koluba came on, he was calling Yeke Koluba all kinds of names. Yeke Koluba came on, he didn't retract, but guess what? He threw it. He threw it as brother-in-law. Oh, that my brother-in-law, I can say anything I want to say to him.
The man even brought Prophet Key that abusing after that thing happened to him. Prophet Key denigrated him on his show. The man went and brought Prophet Key on his show and had a whole program for him. You see, when you have that kind of mindset, Papto, we who have read books and people who have carried on revolution and great men of the past and all that, you know that this person is after something. It's not just because you just want to do it because you're doing it. There is something bigger than what he's doing that he's chasing. Maybe there's a goal, there's a vision he has seen. But you see, one of the things I observe for him, he don't smoke, he don't drink. All he does is eat and just do propaganda. You know,
Yeah,
go on the
well,
show and speak. And
anyway,
it's helping our society, to be honest with you.
yeah.
It's really
Anyway,
helping us. Yeah, so,
let me
that's
tell
it.
you, thank you. Let's go on, Mr. Social, tomorrow where we'll do our more tabata. He right here. I call my phone. I've got my show over. I have my buddy here. We're having a good time. We don't need anybody to come and pollute the conversation. But thank you, Terry. We appreciate it. I know
Yeah.
we're way out of time, but thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Again, folks, Samson told Labro Pabrito. Like I say, I will continue to pray that Witherspoon doesn't spend a day in the prison because he has helped us a lot. He has helped us a lot, to be honest with you. This young man has helped Liberia and Liberians a lot. Because if he hadn't been involved, and if President Weah has won re-election with all that we know now and we've seen, can you imagine? Can you imagine? So once again, I want to thank all of you for tuning in to Liberian Public. Tune in tomorrow for Mr. Social, where I will go on and talk more Tabata. Nobody ever my Tabata. Samson to Liberian Public, folks. Thank you very much, and we'll say good night to all of you. It's been a wonderful, wonderful. Let's continue to pray for one another, and let us also pray for our brother Witherspoon, so that because what he's doing for us is too much. It's too much, and he's not getting paid. So people say, "Oh, he want rice. He want to sell rice." So let him take the whole rice product. Let him sell it alone. One person. Let him sell it. Let him take all the foreigner out of our foreign business. Mr. Liberian, for Christ's sake, let him take everything. Samson, to my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. I'm not entitled to the facts, but I'm entitled to my opinion. Samson, to good night, folks.